If you ever spent time on the internet in the mid to late 2000s, maybe even the early 2010s, chances are you got hit with one of these. A puzzle, a weird optical illusion, maybe a find the difference game, or a video telling you that there is indeed a ghost caught on camera. You'd look ahead, solve the puzzle, maybe watch the video to see if ghosts really are real, and BAM! A big scary face pops in and all you hear is a piercing loud scream and you feel like you've been struck by lightning. And you spend the next few minutes looking over your shoulder. That is what's known as a screamer. A screamer is an internet prank designed to scare people, usually by taking their focus, such as telling them to spot the difference in two images, or complete a maze, or listen closely to hear a sound. Once the user's focus is drawn in, a loud sound and creepy image abruptly jump in, usually with a scream and a picture of Regan from The Exorcist. The setups were almost always the same, and they often spread by YouTube videos, word of mouth, forums, and chain emails, but also in some cases an older relative, maybe a sibling or a cousin luring you into playing that maze game, or watching this video. But that's what you probably want to find out. What were the most popular screamers? But before we go, only 97 of my viewers are subscribed, and I'm not sure if this video will be blessed by the algorithm, so please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Let's go. The most recognizable and popular screamers include the Maze Game, otherwise known as Scary Maze Game. It is a simple flash game which tasks you with completing a set of 3 mazes, which get progressively harder until you reach the final level, which is always programmed to scare you just halfway through the very narrow tunnel. This was the most popular and well-known way to prank people with screamers, made by one Jeremy Winterroud, who had a site known as winterroud.com, initially known as blogits.com. The site hosted the Maze Game and plenty more screamers, such as the Magic Cup Game, Bubble Wrap Maniac, Find It, Save Justin Bieber, Simon Says, and much, much more. His site managed to stay online for an impressive amount of time, only shutting down in March 2020, a full 9 months before Adobe Flash was officially discontinued. Honestly, I'm actually surprised it even lasted that long. An equally as popular way to scare people was the K-Fee relaxing car drive commercial. The video follows a white car driving down a hill, and as the car drives behind 2 trees and disappears, a zombie jumps up from under the screen and proceeds to screech at the camera. After then, a text shows up that says, "So warst du noch nie," which roughly translates to "Ever been so wide awake?" in German, an advertisement for a German coffee drink. This commercial is one of 9 similar commercials known as the Wide Awake campaign for their coffee. The reason behind jump scares being the main focus of the commercials was to simulate how it would feel after drinking their coffee. While clever, sure, these commercials have been criticized for being needlessly scary and have received complaints that caused them to stop airing the offending commercials. Other popular screamers include Ghost Caught on Tape, Kikia, What's Wrong with This Image, and Michael Jackson's Ghost. And the popularity of screamers just kept going and going. Screamers have become a staple of internet culture. Websites like eBombs World and Albino Black Sheep were infamous for hosting these kinds of pranks, with users baiting unsuspecting victims by disguising screamers as harmless puzzles. And it really didn't help with the fact that recording someone's reaction to screamers had become a viral thing in and of itself. YouTube was a goldmine for these compilations and videos featuring unsuspecting people of all walks, including kids, old people, and even drill sergeants. These videos were everywhere and had become mainstays. Everyone was being pranked, and furthering its fame to a level where your great aunt from Ecuador knew it, screamers were being featured on TV, often on America's Funniest Home Videos, but also Saturday Night Live. Remember this legendary video? How many of you knew it was actually a sketch for Saturday Night Live, featuring comedian Bobby Moynihan? This only fueled the trend, as people started deliberately setting up their friends and family just to capture their startled reactions on camera. Eventually, screamers become so widespread that they lost their element of surprise, with experienced internet users learning to recognize the warning signs, such as obviously clickbaity titles, the video encouraging viewers to listen or look closer, or asking them to raise their volume. And arguably, the thing that incapacitated screamers is the introduction of the progress bar player, letting you preview to the end to see if there is a screamer. As the 2010s progressed and the popularity of screamers has started to wane, screamers started changing. Instead of being obvious bait, they started shifting to video games more and more, leading to the popularity of games such as Slender, The 8 Pages, and Five Nights at Freddy's. There were still a few remnants of classic screamers like Agorio, and that's it. I haven't found much classic-styled screamers, but Agorio was a prank site, a misspelling of the well-known game Agario. In May 2015, a man from Ohio named Preston Killenberger has signed the domain Agorio to appear like Agario. only to abruptly cut to a picture of Jeff the Killer with a very loud scream. From then, screamers as we know them have essentially died. In this day and age, screamers have branched in a very interesting way. Some are videos of something hitting the screen unexpectedly, like a ball, and unfortunately some display gore and shock content, like the death of Ronnie McNutt and the 1444 video, were spread like wildfire in places like TikTok and Twitter. And some try to be more creative than just slapping the same scream in pictures, such as the trigger warning jump scare video and the 2020 in 1 TikTok video, since those feature a more unique structure. But really, in this day and age, screamers have become something of an internet legend. While you will come across something that scares you for fun, the era of relying on the same trick repeatedly has come to an end, and it ends not with a bang, but with a whimper. The internet now has evolved a lot horror-wise, and people now focus on ARGs and analog horror. In essence, the maze walked so Mandela catalog can run. Thank you so much for watching this video. Consider joining the Discord for updates and to get in contact. I'm sorry for not uploading any videos for a while. Life tends to have its things, but again, thanks for watching.